Can you just give us a brief background on last week's mission and what we anticipate in this week's mission in Ewa?
So last week's mission in Tongatapu, on the main island of Tongatapu, started on the 25th of March and ended on the 29th. So it was a week-long mission in Tongatapu. We were able to cover 7 villages in all, and these are the villages that are most remote and rural in Tongatapu. So again, the 7 villages were piloted under the REACH project. We've given the REACH name, Tongan name, which is Ha'utonukiai, which literally translates to personally getting out there to the people of the community and serving them directly. I think the mission in Tonga was very successful. Some of the feedback that we have received from the participants in Tongatapu from the 7 villages have been very, very positive. We worked very closely with the town officers and the district officers in the villages, in the districts that we were able to pilot. And from the town officers, they have commented they have commented that the REACH project is very, very helpful, very positive, allowing access, the people of the communities to access the services which otherwise they would have had to travel to Nuku'alofa to access. We were able to capture some success stories. So in one of the villages that we had served, there was a little baby with disability. The family did not realize that the baby was eligible for the disability assistance. So the service providers from the Social Disability and Protection Division under the Ministry of Internal Affairs had noticed the child, the infant, and was able to approach the family, and now they registered the infant to come under the assistance program for the people with disabilities. We've also were able to conduct focus group meetings during the REACH program. We've conducted focus group meetings with the women's groups and the women who had participated in the programs in the communities. And we're also intending to host focus groups here in Ewa with men, people with disabilities, and the elderly. So overall, I think that the program is serving its purpose with regards to actually reaching out to the peoples in the remote and rural communities, allowing them access so that no one is left behind, so that they're accessing the same services that the people in the urban areas are accessing.
Other services, we've noting it down, other services.
We've also been able to note, because this is a pilot project, we've also been able to note some of the government services that some of the communities that we've gone out to have identified for us, which includes the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Fisheries, Lands and Survey, Transport. So some of these services were identified by community members as services that they really need out in the communities. And I guess these services are also very practical because majority of the people drive, and so they need licenses. But majority of them, because bus fare is very expensive, specifically for instance in Tongatapu, it costs almost up to 6 pa'anga to travel from their villages to town, to Nuku'alofa, and then back again. And sometimes the bus schedules are not consistent, and sometimes when they get to town, because the government offices are not centralized, they're walking from one ministry back and forth to another, and by the time they finish doing all that, either the bus have stopped, or if they finish early, they have to go to the bus stop and wait at the bus stop until the bus usually comes in the evening, late afternoon, to pick up the school kids, but they have to wait that time from when they finish to about 3-4 o'clock to take the bus back. So with the REACH program, the REACH project, it's allowing more people from the rural and remote communities to easily access with ease, which is really what we want to do as government services, is to allow, so for instance, people with disabilities out in the communities who can't, where there's no special provisions for people with disabilities in Tonga as yet. We're allowing the people with disabilities, the elderly, to also come into their community halls, to their church halls, where the services are being provided, and easily access these services.
Youth?
We also have the youth division, which is also under the Ministry of Internal Affairs. That's also part of this REACH project. The youth division is currently finalizing their work with the youth policy, national youth policy, and they've also got assistance that they can also share with the community members, specifically the youth population in the communities. So there's a lot of talk with regards to a lot of the youth problems that are existing here in Tonga, with the national youth machinery coming out to the communities. I think that's very empowering, because they are able to talk to church leaders, they are able to talk to district and town officers, they are also able to talk to youth leaders about ways that they can combat the challenges that the young people are facing, what sort of program, what sort of projects that can preoccupy the young people's time, so that they're not always thinking about the negatives, but they can also think about the positive activities and work that they could be conducting in the villages. But I think most importantly, keeping them busy with positive activities. We're hoping that maybe in the future we will be able to encourage other government ministries to join this project, because we see the benefits of this project. I'm really, really happy that UNDP and the Ministry of Women and Poverty Alleviation, and of course acknowledging UN Women for the financial support in allowing Tonga to be part of the pilot program for REACH. One of the things that I will take away from this whole exercise is the connection that we've been able to make with regards to other stakeholders. So we're currently working together with 5 government ministries in this project, and after the first week in Tonga, I can say with confidence that we've been able to combine efforts. We've been able to commit a network with these other stakeholders, and of course in the long run it's going to make work so much easier for us. We're also able to share the information, so for instance with our work with the women's machinery, it's part of gender mainstreaming really, because now we're sharing the information with regards to gender with 4 other ministries, and when I say 4 other ministries, there's like 2 or 3 divisions within one ministry, so it's actually more than the there are more numbers there where they're receiving information about the significance of gender and how gender is cross-cutting amongst everyone's work. We're also here with the Ministry of Justice and the Legal Aid Center, and so we're able to also share information with regards to the significance of eliminating violence against women and girls. And so we're very, very excited, and we're hoping that in the future we will be able to encourage government and encourage leaders of other government ministries to consider this approach of going out together as a concerted front from government and reaching out to those who actually need and have very little access to the government services. So I want to just applaud everyone who contributed, thanking Salesi and Devita and Richard from the Ministry of Women's from Fiji, and also from UNDP for the guidance and the expertise in allowing this program to move forward. And it's nearing completion, and we're very, very excited, we're very, very happy, and I hope it does continue.
This last one, community feedback.
Okay. Some of the feedback that we have received from community members, so we've just started this morning in the village of Kolomaile in Ewa, which is one of the outer islands in Tonga Tapu. But from the 7 villages that we were able to conduct the project in Tonga, majority of the people or the community members that we have spoken with were very, very positive. They were very, very happy. They were very, very satisfied with, first of all, the strategy that is being used with all government ministries coming out together and providing the services that they need in their communities, and also happy with the information that they are receiving. So for instance, with the Ministry of Justice, there are families that for instance, were wanting to adopt a little baby, but really didn't know how to go about doing it. So the lawyers from the Ministry of Justice were able to provide them with the information and the guidance with regards to moving forward with this whole process. Certification of legal documents. Ministry of Justice are also able to, on the spot, certify documents that otherwise they would have had to go and pay a lawyer to have these documents certified. So these are just a few of the success stories that we have heard from the community members, and majority of the community members that I have spoken with were saying that they are hoping that this project actually does continue in the future. So yeah.
Set.
Ewa. We're into our second week of the reach, the outreach for reach in Tonga. We served. We went out with a team of 5 different ministries piloting this project in Tonga after a successful outing in Fiji. The people here are really satisfied with this particular platform of bringing services to the people, and for our stakeholders, this is something new, going out as a team. The norm is going out on your own, and you're representing your own ministries, but the stakeholders feel more comfortable when we go out as a team, because there are other questions that come in that is not part of their ministry duties, but they are happy to refer the queries to fellow colleagues here. So again, we said this is the platform that our stakeholders prefer, and just from last week, the feedback we got from the community, this is the first time that any team has come like this. Fully 5 ministries, although we did not have some of the ministries that the communities on, they were also happy that we were able to take their concerns. And the team is going back to Tonga Tapu. We will address this with the relevant ministries, and hopefully we could get some feedback and send it out to the respective town reps, so that we are not forgetting them as we go back to Tonga, that we are responsive to the queries that were raised by the communities, and we will take it up with the relevant ministries to join the REACH team. We are thankful to UNDP and UN Women for this, for the financial assistance. This is a pilot project, and we hope that donors will be able to see the relevance and the usefulness of this project being run in Tonga. We intend to have the ministry itself have indicated, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, that they will try and get sources of funds within the ministries, and also work together with other ministries to at least sustain this project until funding is secured. But this just shows that they are willing to take this project forward. The way forward is trying to organize themselves within, while waiting for an international donor to come in and fund this project. But all in all, everything is going well. The team is working together. You'd be surprised that stakeholders never knew of other services offered by other ministries. So now when they're gelling together, they can actually do referrals, they work in collaboration, and it makes it much easier for these colleagues. Some of them just came to know each other here during this reach, which is the main purpose of bringing the stakeholders together to increase your networking, and also just to appreciate the services being offered by other stakeholders. So we will be spending the next 5 days here in Ewa. We expect a big turnout because of limited government offices here in Ewa. So we have encouraged the people to come out and make use of these services. You don't have to go to Tonga Tapu. Tonga Tapu is here at your doorstep to serve any needs that you require from government. Aloha.